Surprise! We're not talking about kinky BDSM, but something else. Hello and welcome to Practice Intimacy. This is the place to be to learn all about love, sex, and how to have the best relationships you possibly can. My name is Jami Lynn. I am a marriage and family therapist, and we're going to talk about BDSM, but not the kind you're thinking of, naughty. Don't worry, naughty people are welcome here. But this is a different BDSM. This is a format for having a discussion before engaging in any kind of sexual play with a new partner. And I learned this from Scotty O. Scotty O is a Tantra teacher here in Austin. He's a person who does sacred sexuality practices with Ecstatic Hearts of Austin. If you're looking for a group to go and participate in Kundalini yoga, Tantra, sexual practices, then it is an excellent group. But BDSM is a way to talk about what you desire. Nope, I did it backwards. I can spell what your boundaries are, what you desire, safe sex, and meaning. And so boundaries first. Boundaries would be sharing how far you want to go into a sexual experience, what your no's are, different edges that you are not interested in going past. So it might be things like, here are some activities I don't have an interest in doing today. I don't want to do anything with clothes off. Like that could be a boundary. It could be a boundary of, I don't want any penetration. It could be a boundary of, I really don't like kissing. Please don't kiss me. All kinds of boundaries are possible, and you have to ask inside of yourself, what do you want from this interaction and what do you not want? And be really clear about the not wants first. Something to know about boundaries, especially in sex, is when you communicate your boundaries, you are actually not only going to make sex hotter, way safer, and you are empowering the other person and yourself to be more creative. I don't know if I've shared this on this channel before, but I read some research that to me just kind of clicked in my brain as to why having conversations about sexual boundaries is so important. But there was a study where they're watching kids play on a playground, and they had one difference where one playground did not have a fence around it, and one playground did have a fence around it. That was the only change. It was the same playscape. It was the same amount of children playing. Everything was the same. There were the same number of adults present. The only difference was a fence. And what they found is that when there was no fence, kids would stay right around the playscape, and they would not go outside of that space very far. When there was a fence, kids would play all the way to the edges of the fence, because the fence made it safer. The boundary made it safer to be explorative, to be creative, to run around and play. And if you don't think that adults are just big kids, well, I am here to tell you otherwise. We are truly just big kids with a little bit more capacity to watch our own minds, have impulse control, have emotional regulation, but we operate in much the same way that you would see a child operate. And sex is play for adults who want to have sex. Not everyone does, but for adults who want to have sex, that's a way to be playful. And so boundaries, baby. Practice sharing your boundaries. Tell partners what you're not interested in doing so that they know your edges, and you can be really creative inside of the play space, inside those edges. I don't know why that was hard for me to say, but those words didn't come out easily. It's one of those days. So that's boundaries. Desires would be, here's what I want. Here's what I want out of this sexual experience. I want a lot of sensual touch. I want a quickie. I'm thinking of all the possibilities of things that people may want. There's so many different things. I want to have oral sex, but I don't want to have intercourse. Like, it could be all kinds of things that you say you really crave and want. And so that's desires, getting clear about sharing the things that you would like your partner to do, the things that you would like to do for your partner, and just negotiating what overlaps. What do we both want? What do I want that you're a yes to? What do you want that I'm a yes to? And getting really clear on your desires. Next would be safe sex. Safe sex is a conversation around what barriers are we going to use? Are we going to be using condoms, dental dams? I'm trying to think of other possibilities. Are either one of us taking any medications for STIs, STDs? Have we been tested recently? When was the last time you got tested? What were your results? Are you on the pill? What about unwanted pregnancy? This is all in the realm of the safe sex conversation, which safety is very sexy. You get to relax more into an experience whenever you're not worried about unwanted pregnancy or STIs. And so being able to have those conversations is important. And one thing you can do in order to kind of jumpstart those conversations, not only is talk about it, but get tested regularly. Get tested every 3 to 6 months if you are sexually active with more than one person, and communicate to your partner whenever you've gotten tested and what your results were. And then the last one is meaning. What does this sexual encounter mean to me, and what does it mean to you? So people have different meanings around being sexual. For some people it means, oh my God, now we're gonna get married. And for some people it means, awesome, that was great, wonderful Tuesday, I'll see you maybe in a year, or I'll see you never, or I don't know, there's a whole wide range of things in between those two extremes. But it could mean different things to different people. It could mean like we're connecting so deeply and I feel passionate towards you and I want to be connected for the rest of our lives. Or it could be, hey, I feel really friendly towards you and I find you attractive. Are you interested in being sexual? And then staying friends. And so getting really clear about each one of your meanings so that you do not accidentally hurt each other by having different meanings around the sexual encounter you're about to have. I hope you enjoyed this. When I heard it, I loved it. BDSM, boundaries, desires, safe sex, meaning. It is a fabulous way to get started with a new sexual partner, to be really open and communicative and understand where each person is coming from and take care of yourself and whoever it is that you are interested in. Let me know how it goes if you try this. And let's see, is there anything else? Leave me comments, like this video, subscribe to Practice Intimacy, this channel, for more info about sex, love, and relationships. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.